The patrons have spoken. I think the cry streak does continue from last episode. Plus, I think it's fitting that the cry streak should continue in an episode called Cry for Help. We're at 11 now. Crying Breakfast Friends reminds me of those weird object shows, which I've learned are really popular. But I just don't understand and probably never will because I have no reason to watch any of them. That being said, I enjoy shows that other people would have the exact same reaction. Anyone seen Miraculous Ladybug? No? Yeah, that's what I expected. I was right! The TV in the last episode was fucking huge. This one is more reasonable. It's right next to the GameCube as well, which has a real-world size that we can compare this TV to. Am I gonna do that in this video? No, because the scale in the show changes constantly, so we wouldn't learn anything from it.
Hang on, I got it.
Oh, that's not a destroyed TV, but it got pretty damn close.
All frequency paradigm. This is Paradigm, transmitting on all frequencies from abandoned crystal system colony planet Earth.
I was about to go on a rant about analog TV signals, scan lines, CRT displays, with the main question being, how is Peridot able to use this ancient gem tech to interface with modern human tech? Yeah, modern. I decided not to do that and just say it's magic. Steven's magic can do it, so the communication tower shouldn't be far off. I'll learn about CRT someday, but not today.
To Yellow Diamond. My mission has been compromised. My escort and informant are gone, and I am now stranded.
Can you believe it? This is the second time Yellow Diamond has been mentioned so far. I gotta wonder, was Peridot working directly for Yellow Diamond in this mission? Was there no in-between commander or anything? Or is Yellow Diamond just the first gem she's supposed to contact in case of emergency? Full Moon, keep that in mind for later. I like the use of Lion here, despite the fact that he's still a MacGuffin. Having the warp pad destroyed all the way back in Coach Steven is a way to force them to use Lion, which in turn forces Steven to be part of this episode. I don't know why I like that. It's all of the weird tropes and point of view rule that I dislike all wrapped up into one. Maybe when all of those things do their jobs, it makes for a good episode, but that's a rarity.
It looks like Peridot somehow repaired the communication hub.
Somehow. I bet all of you Star Wars fans have PTSD from that word. The real answer we get to see later in the show. Peridot's limb enhancers have a sort of tractor beam. She'd be able to pick up those pillars no problem. Also, I should mention that I love how this location was set up a whole season ago. Back in Coach Steven, Garnet says this communication tower is hurting television. Now that it's up and running and broadcasting signals, lo and behold, it's hurting television. It's simple, but it's a pretty good payoff.
I could be brash. You can be reckless, and we can both get carried away. So, for the time being, Sugilite is benched.
In reality, Nicki Minaj was so expensive they were never able to get her back on. Sugilite only had that one speaking role in the whole show. But that would also make for a shitty story, right? Just forming Sugilite and having the same episode happen again. I don't think the show was worse off for not getting Nicki Minaj back on. Even if they did, I think the episode would have played out the same. This episode does it a few times, but I like the framing trick of having a character's reflection in Garnet's visor. It's a way to show both Garnet's expression and the expression of the person she's talking to. That's some Steven Spielberg frame within a frame shit. Rare eye shape discovered. Lava lamp.
Come on, let's do this.
I'm right behind you.
Woohoo! Fusion, 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 fusion!
This is the absolute pinnacle of Steven being an insert for the audience. When this show was still airing, this was fresh after discovering Garnet was a fusion. So at this point, all people seemed to care about was fusions. This episode was a huge deal because of that. Everyone just wanted more fusions.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh shit, it is evening. I thought people just said that.
This is the lovely Sardonyx coming to you alive from the soon-to-be former communication hub. How are y'all doing tonight?
Sardonyx might have been the most hyped up fusion in the show's history. They literally called it the Week of Sardonyx in the promos. They didn't show her, but we all knew we would be seeing a fusion named Sardonyx. Was she worth the hype? I think so. Have you seen her introduction?
Oh my stars! If it isn't Steven Universe, we finally meet. So, what do you think? Was I worth the wait?
Dude, I love this character. She's got a charisma score on par with Rose Quartz. As a fusion, her mannerisms are so different from Garnet and Pearl, but it makes sense if you look at it from the angle that Garnet and Pearl are absolutely ecstatic to be fused together.
Wow, you're so articulated.
This is a joke that I missed the first couple times. Steven could be misspeaking, meaning to say articulate, or he could have actually meant articulated, because fucking look at her.
Sorry, I'm just so excited to be here. You see, I haven't exactly been myself lately.
She also does my favorite things that fusions do. They refer to themselves as their own character, not as just their counterparts in a trench coat. If you need evidence that fusions are totally new people, Sardonyx is probably your best bet.
Oh!
This is probably the goofiest fusion weapon so far. It's so disproportionate with the skinny ass handle and the fact that the hammerheads are literally bigger than she is. I love it. She's such a cartoon character.
The proper words used to describe yours truly are specific, intelligent, accurate, faultless.
Faultless? Maybe add arrogant to that list of adjectives. When Sugilite wrecked this tower, I'm pretty sure she leveled the whole thing. Sardonyx just shuts it down by removing some of the pillars. The fact that she didn't demolish it entirely is what allows this episode to happen at all.
If you ever have need of the lovely Sardonyx, let Pearl and Garnet know. I'll be there in a flash. Literally.
The first time was 2 episodes ago, and I forgot to mention it, but this is the second time ever we've seen 2 gems unfuse in a totally controlled manner. Every other time, it's either been them falling apart or getting killed violently. At this point, it was kind of new information that gems could even control when they unfused. Remember when I pointed out the full moon? Now we've got a crescent in the background. But not just a crescent, this is a lunar eclipse happening before our very eyes. I'm not even gonna cry moon continuity, because the only time a lunar eclipse can happen is during a full moon. This checks out. This whole episode checks out. Everything's been on point so far.
Why did you lie to me?
I didn't mean to.
Aw, Pear. I'd forgive her. Wouldn't you?
What a weird piece of foreshadowing. This went over my head so many times, and it's not just the crying breakfast friends clip. Garnet just established that she wouldn't be ready to forgive someone who lied to her. Interior fridge shot? What do we got? Eggs, milk, baking powder, baking soda, celery, oranges, rectangular prisms, jars of jam, which appeared in Sworn to the Sword, watermelon, and bread, I think? Not every day you get to analyze an interior fridge shot.
Don't worry, I'm recording it for later.
I forgot how easy it was to record shit with a TV like this. You know how many blank VHS tapes people used to buy for this exact purpose? I don't know either, but I think it was a lot. Now all we have is DRM baked into the cable signal.
It's the signal again!
Paradox! Pearl!
Pearl suspiciously re-entering the house right when this happens. I wonder what she was up to.
What's this? An encore performance?
I always thought it would be difficult to keep secrets when you're fused, like the fusion would have the memories of both gems, but apparently it's pretty easy to hide stuff, even pretty recent memories. If Sardonyx was aware of Pearl's memories, this episode would have ended right here and now. That's good, because Pearl has been harboring another secret that isn't able to squeak out.
Maybe you're better off with her. I think she's better for you. I forgot how great it felt to be us. Guess I got carried away.
I'm not really a fan of this song, and that's coming from someone whose favorite character is Amethyst. It's not my least favorite song in this season. This is just Amethyst's only solo in the whole show, and I don't think it works for her character and her voice actress. And I know her voice actress isn't a singer, so I can't blame her. There's also some bias after coming off my favorite song in the season 2 episodes ago. It's not a bad song, it's just not anywhere near my favorites in this show. What is with this perfect hole in the rock? It hardly looks eroded, so it had to have been recent. Like a laser melted through it or something. Maybe Peridot's doing, maybe not.
Nothing. More nothing. Ah, there she is! No, wait. That's just a weird cactus.
I always think of this stupid image during this scene. I can't find the original artist for this, so if someone knows, leave a comment and I'll pin it.
What are you doing?
If you make your eyes blurry, it looks like there's a little magic sausage between your fingers.
I love this. It's so corny, but like a rite of passage to learn how to do this as a kid. Also, a literal Steven's point of view shot. The joke with Amethyst's covered eye makes me wonder what Garnet would see with 3 eyes. Would she be seeing 4th dimensional magic sausages?
It's Peridot's escape pod. She fixed it somehow?
But I thought we had it.
How did Pearl manage to sneak away the entire escape pod without anyone noticing? Also, how did she fly it all the way out here in, I presume, the American Southwest? Is it just that fast? She probably warped it somewhere close.
Oh, this is no good.
What's wrong?
It's Peridot.
Hold on, go back a couple frames. Yeah, that's gonna haunt your dreams tonight if you don't like this video.
Darn it! It's the hub again.
She's evading my future vision. No matter how many times I try, I can't see us finding Peridot. Come on, team.
I hate this line. The way she delivers it and that little click makes me think Garnet is in on this. I don't know, maybe she is. Maybe she future visioned all of this. Maybe she's trying to see if Pearl will fess up before Steven and Amethyst spill the beans.
I can't believe Peridot is giving us so much trouble. But it hardly matters, right, Garnet? We can disable this tower as many times as we need to, together, okay? Okay, I'm ready.
There's a little thing called subtlety, and I think Pearl has forgotten what it is. Not to take everyone out of the moment, but why is it always evening or nighttime at the communication tower? I just like imagining the conversation. We'll go right now. I don't know, it's kind of hot in the desert. Okay, we'll wait until sunset.
That's why I couldn't see us finding Peridot.
Wait, let me explain.
You've been fixing the hub.
I love when Garnet gets pissed. We know how tough she is. She's always a bit intimidating, but when she's angry, you really don't want to get in her way.
It really was Peridot. The first time?
You tricked me.
No, we just needed a reason to fuse. I just wanted to share a few more victories with you.
Those weren't victories.
And I love the contrast between Garnet's and Pearl's dialogue in this scene. Garnet gets a lot done with only a few words. Meanwhile, Pearl can barely present an argument while she's babbling on.
Don't defend her. Peridot is out there somewhere and Pearl's been distracting us with nothing.
That's what I've been saying with love letters and rising tides crashing skies. Garnet doesn't want filler either. So that was all Pearl's unforgivable moment, basically this whole episode. I've talked about them before, a bunch of characters have them. I would put this one on par with Sadie's during Island Adventure. Garnet calls what she did a distraction, but think of what would happen if that broadcast reached a homeworld gem. That's like total self-destruction, total Earth destruction even. So it takes a few more episodes before Garnet decides to forgive Pearl, and I think that's a really good decision. This was a major fuck up on her part, and I think it's totally reasonable not to forgive her. This episode kind of does a meta joke about that.
It sure would be nice if things worked out the way they do in cartoons.
Yeah, it would.
But it's more realistic to not forgive someone right away. Working at an elementary school, it's kind of interesting how much you have to unteach that idea to kids, that someone should forgive you right after you apologize. People are gonna forgive you whenever they feel like it. Or never, they don't even owe you that. I love this episode. It's like my second favorite in season 2. It's a bummer ending that doesn't even get resolved next episode, and I think that makes it unique. Sardonyx steals the show, for sure. She's the most memorable part of this episode, hands down. But she's kind of a symbol of Pearl's unforgivable moment. I like to compare this episode to an episode of Adventure Time, Frost and Fire. That episode ends with a whole-ass breakup. Pearl and Garnet don't have that luxury. They have to keep working together as the Crystal Gems. The next few episodes carry the weight from this one. It's continuity front and center. Wait, before the patron shoutouts, I gotta mention that my videos have ended up on TikTok recently. I don't have a TikTok account, and I'm never gonna make one, so if you see my videos anywhere besides YouTube or Patreon, that's not me. But if you want to see new videos from me a week before they premiere on YouTube, you can subscribe to my Patreon for just a couple bucks. The link is in the description, as always. Biggest shout out to my Grandmaster patron, Scala LD, Grandmaster of Dice Rolls. There's no such thing as random dice rolls. They've been handpicking the numbers each time. And shout out to my master patron, Geeky Game Guru, master at doing impressions of every Mario character. And shout out to my journeyman patrons, Henri Wickers, Bananas Are Violet, Boomblorp, Dr. Moon, Gage M, Gizmo, Horsey Jumper, JK Gamer 2146, Marsh, Max Buchek, Murky Water 6, Netabag, Sam Bishop, Silly Alien Lady, The One True Fusion, Yotawo, You Aren't Supposed to Put Baking Powder in the Fridge, You Fool, and ZT the Fish Guy. Next episode is Keystone Motel, which, as it turns out, is right next to the best diner in the world.